children's clothing, toys, furniture, housewares, jewelry, and accessories, bikes, books, games, and more. And every time you're here, you'll find something new. So if you're thrifty, you'll find this place is pretty nifty. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores, Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. The Army National Guard responds to disasters such as wildfires and floods. They protect us with missile defense, cybersecurity, and civilian support teams for chemical, biological, and radiological hazards. Be there for your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Here's to sweet summer days together with friends and family in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment.
Hey, Mom, over here.
And to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder.
Wow.
Here's to supper club celebrations and dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your summer getaway at travelwisconsin.com.
Vince Vitrano for Connect Chiropractic. Dr. Alex and his team have my neck, back, and shoulder feeling so much better. One of my fellow patients, Missy, said she actually went in with a slight limp a year ago. That's now gone. I met Tom in the lobby the other day. Said he came in to Connect Chiro after another doc wasn't helping him feel better. Now he's found his home for chiropractic care. You're invited. Open house Wednesday, April 24th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the office in Wauwatosa. Meet the doc, see the place, and learn how chiropractic care can help you. Go Connect Chiro. That's goconnectchiro.com.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Milwaukee Bucks-Indiana playoff series tied at 1 apiece after the Pacers win at Fiserv Forum Tuesday night. Playoffs bringing some Bucks favorites back to Milwaukee.
Bucks guard Brandon Jennings only played 4 full seasons in Milwaukee, but that's all it took to become synonymous with Bucks basketball. Jennings, who's still younger than 3 players on the Bucks roster, told WTMJ that life after basketball has treated him well.
You still have the itch to play when you're in this environment?
I mean, sometimes, but I like the life I'm living after basketball. You know, God has been good to me, and, you know, a lot of things are coming in full circle for me.
You can dive deep into Jennings' story with the Behind the Bucks podcast from Bucks Plus Audio. At Fiserv Forum, Dylan Hunter Carter, WTMJ Sports.
Game 3 Friday afternoon, 4:30 tip-off here on WTMJ Radio. And the Brewers lost 2 straight games to the Pirates following a 2-1 defeat from Pittsburgh. 4-game series continues tonight. Taking a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time-saver traffic. Just a little bit of slowing the construction zones. I-43 Brown Deer Road to downtown, about a 15-minute drive. I-894 Mitchell Interchange to the Hale Interchange, going to take you closer to 10 minutes this morning.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
Be our eyes on the road. Report accidents, slowdowns, and road conditions to the WTMJ Hall Volkswagen Traffic Tip Line at 414-238-9329.
Here's your Storm Team 4 5-day forecast. Mostly sunny this afternoon. Highs 45 to 50. A freeze watch in effect tonight with lows 32 lakeside, 27 inland. Sunny tomorrow, 51 to 56 for your highs. Cloudy, windy, and rain likely Friday in the afternoon or evening with a high Friday 57. Partly cloudy, windy, mild chance for showers or storms on Saturday, high 74. Then storms likely on Sunday with a high 70. Madison at 41, Green Bay 38, Milwaukee 40. I'm Connie Weber, Sighting Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 10:09.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, it's time to fast forward. Welcome to the future of almost everything in Wisconsin on the Upswing. Joining WTMJ's Jeff Sherman, here's Steve Glenn and Martin Moore.
Good morning, Wisconsin. Good morning, Milwaukee. A special Wednesday show with Steve Glenn and Martin Moore. I love it. Thank you for the pivot, gentlemen. Working through some schedules. A bit of a unexpected surgery for my wife coming up. It's going to take me out of pocket for the rest of the week, but all good. We will power through. That's what we do on the Upswing. That's what we do. That's right. All right. So the future of almost everything in Wisconsin, specifically for today's show, we're going to get to bars, entertainment, retail, Summerfest's RFP, the zoo, maybe piggyback a little bit on our topic yesterday, which was about local retail and shoes. But, Martin, I want to start first, specifically, because we were just talking about it. The Bucs game last night, I know you're still recovering, as we
Jeff,
all are.
I slept terrible last night. I tossed and turned. I finally, at like 1 a.m., I went downstairs on the couch. All I could think about was that Bucs game yesterday. I lost my voice.
That's every Bucs game for you, though. You lose your voice.
Yeah. It was, as a season ticket holder,
yeah.
It gets exhausting, going to some of those games. It's hard to remember a lot of the wins, but boy, the losses, they really stick with you. And it's going to be tough to try and forget last night, going into the fourth quarter, and we were down by 2, 3, 4, and then all of a sudden it escalated real quickly, and all of a sudden we were down by like 20, 22, 23, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, after Connaughton got that intentional foul called on him, went to the free throw line, hit the one, got the ball back, they cut it to 3. You just thought the juice was back, and then
I thought that was that final run, that final little bit of luck that we needed to just make that push and take the lead. We didn't need to blow them out again. We just need to win by 1, 2 points. And it just got wildly out of control very, very quickly. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so,
yeah. Well, what is your get to Bucs plan? And we can talk about this a little bit after the break too. But there's a big story in the Wall Street Journal yesterday and the Business Journal about kind of corporate relocations, of course, are powering downtowns to an extent, but equally, probably even more important, is entertainment. And we're going to talk about the future of entertainment in all downtowns, but getting to big entertainment events is some people are fearful.
It can be
it's pretty easy in this market, isn't it?
It really is, especially for, I was at a Brewers game it was a week or two ago, and, I go to, obviously as a season ticket holder, I go to a lot of Bucs games. Going to the Brewers game, it was a pain, like getting stuck in traffic, then going into that ridiculous parking lot and parking, 2-3 blocks away, then waiting in the line, then going up the steps to get to your seat. It's a very long, convoluted process versus if you go to a Pfizer Forum, it's like you park on the street, you walk a block and then you wait in line 5 minutes. I think I waited last night for a playoff game. You're in, escalator up, you're at your seat. It's so quick. I would never be a season ticket holder if it was a pain to get in a Pfizer Forum. And it is shocking how well done the entire process from parking to getting in and getting to your seat is for a venue like Pfizer Forum. Whether you're going to see a concert, a Bucs game, whatever, I really, really think they knocked it out of the park, at least with that venue.
When we come back from the break, the future of entertainment in downtown, specifically in downtown Milwaukee, and we'll talk about new data that's suggesting the key to a strong downtown recovery may lie beyond the office. It's all about entertainment. This is The Upswing. We'll be right back.
Tony Drake here from Drake & Associates. Big news. Our retirement-ready radio show is moving to a new time slot. Catch us at noon every Saturday. At Drake & Associates, we craft tailor-made plans that not only meet your financial needs, but align seamlessly with your unique lifestyle. Tune in at noon on Saturdays and get retirement ready.
Drake & Associates, LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates, LLC does not provide legal or tax advice.
I'll say it again. Our mission is to protect and uphold our reputation. And what that means is wherever we go, we make it better for those in need of our services and the great people we have working with us. Our reputation matters. It matters to us, and it should matter to you. We believe that operating with integrity will set us apart from our competitors, and that this attracts people to us that share these same values. I say this because I want you to know when you work with Semper Fi, character counts. It's why you can count on the industry's hands-down best lifetime workmanship warranty that now includes free annual inspections. And it's why we always have one project manager per job, which is absolutely not the industry standard. When you're paying for a brand new roof to go on what's likely the biggest investment you have, you want it done right, and you want to be able to count on the people doing it. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company.
Keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi. Make this summer the best one yet. Let Fox World Travel plan your next family vacation. Whether it's a magical Disney escape, an all-inclusive resort in paradise, or a thrilling European adventure, we offer exclusive savings for your family. Enjoy exciting activities, educational experiences, or peaceful retreats where you can relax and recharge with our trusted partners like Globus Family of Brands, Disney, and Insight Vacations. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO to start planning your summer vacation today.
Welcome back to the Upswing, honoring those who dedicate their lives to keeping us safe. WTMJ is highlighting first responders who went above and beyond this past year through Steve Scaffidi's Salute to Service, presented by Waterstone Bank and sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. You can nominate your first responder now at WTMJ.com or on the WTMJ mobile app. The nomination period is open now through May 10th. Finalists will be recognized during the Hero Week. That's May 20th through May 24th. Help us tell your story. Steve Scaffidi's Salute to Service, presented by Waterstone Bank and sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. So new data has found that economic diversity, including entertainment, restaurants, retail, and tourism, is playing a huge role in the post-pandemic urban recovery. Out of 62 key markets, greater downtown areas, Milwaukee was number 25 in terms of increases in data and phone use, especially after 5 p.m. As we can continue to grow our downtown, all the business people are talking about corporate relocations, recruit, retain, and that's super important. We're a business and economics show here. But what do you want to see to really power Milwaukee's downtown forward, and what does it mean entertainment-wise in your lens? Steve Glenn.
Ooh, I want to. So in the break, we were talking about what are the centers of sort of density or the big thing, other than things like the Fiserv or AmFam Field. We have a theater district. And that place, that area of downtown, I think could be another center of density that we can have nighttime entertainment, and that will fuel commerce around it as well.
Yeah. I think that is a really good point. Continuing to create more centers of gravity beyond Fiserv and Deer District. Incredibly important. That's where huge crowds are coming to. Mm-hmm. But you got to expand that. And how do we do that?
Absolutely. I think one of the biggest things that I've seen, I talk about this a lot on the show. I've been vlogging this city since 2015, before all the stuff that we've seen in development. One of the things that I'm most impressed with, and I think is going to attribute to, sort of this post 5 p.m. entertainment thing in Milwaukee, is where we're at right now, 3rd Street Market Hall. Watching this go from a completely dead mall to this thriving communicative area where you can watch a game, have food from all these local vendors. You can bring your kids, play Mario Kart, you can play shuffleboard, all this stuff. They got X Golf. This right here is something that I desired for this city, because I've been to a lot of other cities that have, in Philly and St. Louis, that have like public markets. This is 3rd Street Market Hall is huge.
It's pretty legit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And expanding this, I think, is going to be, because like the theater district is cool if you got tickets.
Right.
But if you don't have tickets, and let's say you're a tourist and you're coming to Milwaukee for a long weekend, what do you do downtown at 7 p.m. on a Tuesday night?
Right.
Not a whole lot.
People are looking for dining and destination activity, like the new fashioned in the Deer District. 100%. It's 25,000 square feet of space, previously occupied by Punch Bowl Social. Now it's a big destination that is for families. It's for Gen X. It's for the 40 to 60-year-olds. It's a true space to go and enjoy yourself.
Deer District, you're right. That's another one that I keep forgetting about. Like, you don't have to go to a Bucks game to come to the district and find really cool food and stuff to do. And so we're definitely getting these new little pockets of post 5 p.m. entertainment, and it's going to be exciting to see that get expanded upon. I think the lakefront, there's we talked about this last week. That's a huge opportunity to do something big. Doesn't have to be Navy Pier, but there's an opportunity to do something down there where you can go with your family on a Wednesday night in the summertime and whatever, watch a magician or get some cotton candy, or do whatever it is that you can do.
So JS Online did a survey over the last couple weeks and asked its readers, what store do you miss the most in Greater Milwaukee? Any idea what was number one?
What store? Like a department store?
Yeah, what store do you miss the most in Milwaukee that isn't here anymore?
Would they really say like Boston store?
Boston store was
What?
number one, overwhelmingly. And many people said
Really?
they hadn't found a replacement yet.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's just a generational
What is so
disconnect there.
special about
but
Boston store that you can't get it?
We have
Legacy,
Kohl's
been
now.
here for a long time. Yeah, we have Kohl's as a replacement downtown. We have the TJ Maxx
They
downtown.
missed the pass,
There's a lot of
that's what
different
it is.
options, but it makes you think, could another destination retailer work in greater downtown
shopping
Milwaukee?
shopping is huge. That is one thing I like about the public market, and I'd love to see the public market expand upon. Is retail, like not like food focused sort of vendors in a public space, sort of because that's kind of how Third Street Market Hall is. But the Milwaukee public market having like apparel and maybe like some handmade crafts and jewelry and stuff like that. Like that stuff is fun to pop in. If you're a tourist or even if you live here.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Leisig is killing it with Milwaukee Makers Market once a month.
Yeah.
They could easily set up shop somewhere.
Exactly. I mean, as much as I love meandering through Kohl's,
right,
it's very different when you're in sort of an environment that, like, I don't know, that feels like a little community, with local vendors.
All right.
But Boston store. Wow, people are losing sleep over Boston store.
R.I.P.
So Summerfest wants to continue to grow and expand. Last week, the nonprofit that operates Summerfest and maintains the Lakefront Park announced a request for proposals to consider expanded opportunities for future programming and improvements. We'll talk about this and much more when we come back. This is The Upswing. I'm Jeff Sherman, and you are listening to WTMJ.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Curbless ready-to-drink cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Why is abbreviation such a long word?
That, my friend, is one of life's unanswerable questions.
I mean, you'd think someone could make it shorter.
Oh, you mean like instead of saying buy one, get one, you can just say BOGO.
Yeah, kinda.
Through Monday at Hasselus Mattress, buy a new Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, or Beauty Rest mattress, and we'll give you a free box spring or an equal amount off an adjustable base.
Or, in other words,
BOGO.
Right.
Plus, free next day delivery and employee-free showrooms.
You mean I don't have to deal with pushy salespeople?
No.
So I can try out all the mattresses
solo.
And through Monday, I can
BOGO.
You're a man of few words. I like that.
Buy a new Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, or Serta Perfect Sleeper and get a free box spring or an equal amount off an adjustable base. Now through Monday at Hasselus Mattress. Find a self-service showroom near you or shop online at hasselus.com.
With this crippling inflation, you'll still enjoy a super affordable meal at the family-owned Mine Shaft restaurant in Hartford. WTMJ's John Mercure here. The Mine Shaft has just lowered their Wednesday and Friday fish fry price. To listen to this closely, $4.99 when you dine in. Don't pay $15 to $18. Your Mine Shaft fish fry is just $4.99. Wow. Kids and grandkids 5 and under eat free from the kids menu Sunday through Thursday. They'll love that world-class game room quietly tucked away from the dining area. Or build your own big burger or chicken sandwich for under $10 today. The Mine Shaft's Wednesday and Friday fish fry, now $4.99 if you dine in. That's amazing. And on Thursday, speaking of amazing, buy one pizza, get one free. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh, just off the interstate. Just walk on in today for your $4.99 fish fry. Desserts, I love their desserts. Make sure you check them out. MineshaftRestaurant.com. It's the Mine Shaft.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to build your dream yard or get out on the water, we get you the right products at the right prices. Like a 22-inch Yard Force push mower powered by Briggs & Stratton, only $279.99. Staybill gasoline stabilizer, $10.99 a quart. Gojo Natural Orange Hand Cleaner with pumice, just $11.99 a gallon. And save $40 on a lifetime Kenai sit-on-top kayak, $259.99. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back to the Upswing. We're kind of in a future of entertainment mode today. And I don't know, yesterday it was feeling like summer, and now it's feeling like winter. So I'm like, all right, I don't want winter. We're going all in on summer and talking about the fun stuff today with Steve Glenn and Martin Moore, the future of almost everything.
It's cold outside, but Martin Moore is hot today.
He is hot. Cold outside, warm in our
hearts.
For
a guy who got 3 hours of sleep and I have a plugged ear and a slightly lost voice, I got a little.
He's ready
I got
to
a little
go.
fire.
All right, always bringing the heat. So you look at the economics of Summerfest. I always say it's $28 to get in. A 3-day pass is what, $62. You can get a 9-day pass for $130. Summerfest at Milwaukee's Lakefront is still a big bargain. You get 12 stages. The headliner shows are a little different, of course. But now Summerfest is kind of looking really strategically into the future. They want to expand. They want to get some requests for proposals to consider opportunities for future programming and improvements. Could that mean year-round at the Summerfest grounds? And what would that look like?
I think that'd be awesome. You don't have to open up the entire park, but I mean, you have this giant infrastructure that just sits there. If there's not an Ethnic Fest or Summerfest, it just sits there doing nothing. Like, activate some of the areas and do, like the West Town Market thing that we have every month in the summer. Right. I would love to see something like that every single week throughout the whole summer, from May to late October. And whether you do that in the Summerfest grounds, or we, build something new like the Lakefront Gateway Plaza, or we rip down 794 and create some park, just some sort of outdoor area like that where, you can take families and get food and buy local stuff. And I think that'd be awesome. Get some music.
And to truly make it additive to greater downtown, do you think new permanent year-round venues work there? We're talking retail, restaurants, maybe a Millennium Park type thing. Would that work in that space?
Martin is so happy right now thinking about this.
One thing that drives me crazy about Milwaukee, I love this city. I've been to all 50 states, almost every major city. Milwaukee's a top 10 city for me, is that we don't have like a giant sort of communicative park area. Like, for me, I think the closest thing is Cathedral Square, and what does that have? A fountain that hasn't worked in a decade. Like,
you'll fix it.
Yeah, exactly. I would love something like Millennium Park. Doesn't have to be that big. We don't have to have the weird structure or whatever piece of art thing, but I think that'd be awesome, where you can have food trucks and local musicians playing guitar or violin or cello or whatever it is you see in all those places.
So, funny enough, my friend Kate Pochask launched in a number of just a few weeks this year, Winter Break. WinterBreakMKE.com. It was a huge success in South Shore Park. Cold plunge, bike rides, sauna, knitting mittens, Nordic walking, like all this kind of stuff. Yeah. The city turned out for this event.
Yes. I want to see dudes flipping chainsaws, shaving ice while I'm drinking spiked apple cider.
I think the market, I think the entire Midwest would embrace a return of Winterfest on the grounds. Now, exactly what that looks like, I don't know. It doesn't have to be what it was in the past. Yeah. Remember Winterfest back in the 90s, moved to the Cathedral Square area. Yes. In the 80s, we had Duran at the old school Winterfest when they were hot. Kenny Rogers, Chris Rock played Winterfest at Summerfest.
I loved Winterfest.
Like, bring it back.
And especially considering it's not like the weather and climate in winter in Milwaukee is what it was in the, like when I was in the kid in the 80s where we got dumped on by snow.
When I was a kid.
It barely snows. It barely gets cold. I think you can pretty much guarantee that you could plan a Winterfest and weather would be good and people would be able to come out.
Possibly, you got to recruit it, but some kind of destination retail, I think, could work on the grounds. Like an REI or something like that. Absolutely. That isn't in a 20-mile radius. That wow, I'm going to the lakefront. I can get this, but I can also hang out and see a band
music.
And get some food that I wouldn't be able to get elsewhere.
I think that'd be great.
I think we're going to continue to see very innovative, creative ideas from Sarah over at Summerfest and the crew who support her. I know Lena and Jared the most of those two, and they are looking, I know, because they've asked Experience Milwaukee for some ideas on how they stay engaged in the community year-round.
Big multi-use sports spaces, too, are something that are very, very needed. So we're coming up on the break. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 10:30. ABC News, local headlines are coming up next, and more with Steve Glenn and Martin Moore. This is The Upswing.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Biden just now putting his stamp on the $95 billion aid bill that will provide military assistance to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan.
I just signed into law the national security package that was passed by the House of Representatives this weekend and by the Senate yesterday. It's going to make America safer, it's going to make the world safer, and it continues America's leadership in the world, and everyone knows it.
The bill would also force the Chinese owners of TikTok to sell the app within a year or face a ban in the United States. The CEO of TikTok, Shou Chew, is signaling that the company will sue to block the new law.
Rest assured, we aren't going anywhere. We are confident, and we will keep fighting for your rights in the courts. The facts and the Constitution are on our side.
The Supreme Court is right now hearing arguments on a new Idaho law that bans all abortions except to save the life of the mothers. Idaho doctors say they don't know what to do if the health of the mother's in jeopardy.
Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 10:31. New charges for former Kewaskum police officer Stephen Rosales, now charged with 5 counts of felony bestiality. He's already facing 3 felony charges of sexual misconduct after an alleged inappropriate relationship with a student at Kewaskum High School, where he was a school resource officer. Northland College in Ashland received several transformative donor gifts this week. That's its board of trustees says will help it as it reprioritizes its academic and budget realities. Northland announced in March it needed $12 million by early April to keep the college open for another school year. Wisconsin's receiving more than $60 million in a federal grant, the EPA's Solar for All program. Money will fund rooftop residential, multifamily, and community solar projects to benefit low and moderate income households. And according to the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, it'll help the state avoid almost 2 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions every year. Time for some news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market update. The Dow is down 136 points, 38,367. The Nasdaq is up 26 at 15,723. The S&P 500 is down 6 points at 5,063. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite, financial planning at every level. Details at annexwealth.com. Take a look at your roads now with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver. Traffic, no slowing to report, no problems out there right now. Typical drive times, 94 eastbound from Highway 16 to the Zoo Interchange, a 10-minute drive. From the Zoo to the Marquette Interchange, running about 6, and 41-45 southbound from Highway Q to the Zoo Interchange. That's about a 14-minute trip this morning. Here's your Storm Team 4 5-day forecast. Mostly sunny this afternoon. Highs 45 lakeside to 50 inland. There is a freeze watch in effect tonight. Lows 32 lakeside down to 27 inland. Sunny tomorrow with highs 51 to 56. Cloudy, windy, rain likely Friday with a high 57. Partly cloudy, windy, and milder on Saturday. A chance for showers and storms, a high 74. Then Sunday, storms are likely with a high of 70. Madison 41, Green Bay 38, Milwaukee 40 degrees. I'm Connie Weber. Citing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 1033.
Hey, Mother's Day is almost here. Just think about how much your lovely mother means to you. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea. Take your mom to the brunch buffet at the historic Fox & Hounds restaurant. Mother's Day is one of the most special holidays of the year at the Fox & Hounds. The brunch buffet is everything Mom loves for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, including prime rib and an entire room of delicious desserts. And it's all you care to eat. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. How fun is that? Choose from over 100 wines and delicious cocktails to accent your Mother's Day brunch. The Fox & Hounds sits in the heart of the Kettle Moraine Forest. The setting is stunning. Reservations are required. Tables fill quickly for Mother's Day, so reserve today at foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. The Fox & Hounds, just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. The Spring Drive is just beautiful. Happy Mother's Day. Serving from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Reserve today. It's the famous and delicious Fox & Hounds.
Small business owners, we know finishing your to-do list can feel like climbing a mountain, but that mountain is also covered in banana peels. Then when something new gets added to your list, you're like, nope, I'm already climbing this huge super slippery banana peel mountain of a to-do list. At Progressive, we don't want to make your day any harder. That's why we make it easy to manage your policy on our mobile app. So climbing that banana peel mountain feels more like a leisurely stroll. See if you can save on commercial auto insurance in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms and conditions.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Welcome back to the Upswing, the future of almost everything with Martin Moore and Steve Glenn. I want to read a couple of the texts coming in. Truly appreciated. WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620 from the 262. We should have put the new museum at the lake with the others, making a focused lakefront museum district like many other cities. Now, that there are other museums on the lakefront, and it is a coordinated effort with the Gateway Lakefront Project. So, but that's a good point for sure. Please do not touch I-794. Many people like me use it every day.
There's 10. I'm on 794 every day. If I see 10 people on that thing, it's a lot.
I'm with you, Martin. I think the Lakefront Gateway Plaza, this is from the 262, is essential. If the festival grounds are to be expanded for year-round use, this project must continue to move forward.
Yes.
Exactly. And it's that. It is, again, that connective tissue. At Westtown Association, I'm the board president at Westtown. We went through strategic planning. Number one is how we as an organization can work with other downtown groups to create a cohesive, walkable, more pleasant experience from neighborhood to neighborhood.
100%.
Because that's what is needed to expand everyone's pie.
Yes.
Because one of the things that bugs me about the city is just how fragmented a lot of the areas are. So, like, to get from downtown to, like, the third ward, you got to go underneath 794. It feels weird. It just feels weird and closed off. You want to get to the lakefront, you got to cross Lincoln Memorial, and that, like you said last week, that's like playing a game of Frogger.
Yeah.
And so it'd be really great to sort of create ways to connect a lot of these areas, so it feels a little bit more cohesive and it doesn't feel so fragmented and blocky like Minecraft.
Yeah. Agreed.
So we're going to look at bars and restaurants a little bit. There was a really interesting piece in the Wall Street Journal that American listening bars are on tap across the country. Bar Continental in the Grand Hyatt in Nashville has a record collection in the thousands, and it's really focused on a hi-fi sound system that's the top of its menu, even more so than the food and drink. They're taking inspirations from the Japan's jazz cafes, largely born in the post-war years, where records and great sounding gear were the reason to go, making it rare, maybe a little bit more expensive, but you're going for the music and the sound. Would you like to see something like that in Wisconsin or Milwaukee?
Absolutely.
I think it'd be neat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but there is something cool, especially if it's record related. There is something cool about listening to vinyl. I mean, it's super high fidelity audio,
and you got to listen to the whole album.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
But it would be really cool to see just some more places that play like sorts of jazz music and music from like old records from like the 30s and 40s and 50s, and then you have a really cool bourbon selection, and maybe they pair an album with a type of mixed drink or a bourbon or something like that, or a glass of wine. Like, that could be a really cool, unique experience. And I think that's one of the things that Milwaukee has sort of trailed on, is just really unique bars and restaurants that you have an actual experience. You don't just go there, eat a meal, leave your tip, and then bounce. Places like Swing and Door Exchange or the Safe House that you're taking pictures and you're
Widow.
Yeah, exactly, and then throwing up TikToks because it's a cool experience. And I think doing something like that with music and pairing it with food, drink, or whatever would be a really cool, unique experience.
So I know Indeed, I mentioned this on the break, Indeed Brewing does have a vinyl night. You can bring your own and put it in the queue, and they'll play it.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
I'm bringing Smashing Pumpkins, Melancholy, and Sadness. Both records.
And Transfer Pizza, you would never expect a place with great live jazz Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have to check that out.
You told me that. I was like,
you have to check it out.
And vinyl's hot again. Record Store Day last weekend, there were lines all over the place. Volta Records in Greenfield had lines around the block all day long. So it's hot. Let's integrate it into bars and restaurants.
Cool.
And, enhance the experience for all of us.
Yeah, I love it.
Music and entertainment truly matters. We're going to pivot a little bit after the break. We're going to talk about the future of the Milwaukee County Zoo. Look at the pricing, look at the parking, just look at the whole experience. And I'm going to ask Steve and Martin, when was the last time you were at the zoo? This is The Upswing. You are listening to WTMJ.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom-quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Ruger Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I have window questions, I contact Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
I'm Scott Klein. At J&B, we use our experience to educate homeowners about the value new windows, along with proper installation, can have on their home. With J&B, it's not one window fits all. We work with multiple window manufacturers to provide a product that will exceed your expectations and meet your budget. If you have windows that fail to operate properly, are drafty or foggy, or have window frames that show signs of deterioration or rot, you could use our help.
For a complimentary window evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
Celebrate the music of a true Hollywood legend when the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra presents Movie Music of John Williams, May 3rd through the 5th at the Bradley Symphony Center. Tickets are selling fast, so don't wait another minute to reserve your seats now by calling 414-291-7605 or visiting mso.org. Music director Ken David Mazur will lead the MSO in a wide variety of John Williams' best-loved scores, from his anthems for the Olympics and NBC Sports to so many of those blockbusters that just wouldn't be the same without his music. Jaws, Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and so many others. Don't miss this opportunity to experience the movie music of John Williams played live and in a former movie palace. Visit mso.org for tickets or call the box office now at 414-291-7605.
Welcome back to The Upswing. The future is here, and we're talking about it. Into a entertainment show today. We're going to go the future of the Milwaukee County Zoo next with Steve Glenn and Martin Moore. When was the last time you visited the zoo, Martin Moore?
For pleasure?
For anything.
Probably 20 years. I was there. I did a vlog back when Wheaton Franciscan Healthcare was a thing. I did a video for them in 2014 or 15, and that was it.
Okay.
I was there last Sunday.
Oh, all right. With the family, with the kids?
With one of the kids and my wife, and we had a great time. It was packed. The weather was beautiful-ish. But, the zoo kind of felt a little tired. You know, lacking some energy. I know it's early in the season, but
right.
There's some spark that could happen there.
So the daily admission fee at the zoo is they do a flex pricing structure. The prices fluctuate based upon demand. Really, I mean, $11, $12, $16 on the weekend, still a pretty
that's not bad.
Or pretty good ticket price to get in to this beautiful, majestic. Truly, the zoo is a park.
It is.
Yeah. It is a majestic park-like setting that you get to walk around and happen to see animals in nature and a zoo train that's only $4 to take around the entire place.
Can the adults go on the zoo train?
Yes, you can.
Oh, of course.
Can adults drink on the zoo train?
I believe so. I'm going to say yeah.
If they can, I might be at the zoo this weekend.
Let's go. I'll go with you.
Well, what? And it goes to kind of our Summerfest conversation. And what could the zoo continue to do to improve it and make it even more of a destination? And they already have the carousel, they have the scooters, the zip line, the sky gliders, VR experiences. They bring in traveling exhibits, which creates another reason for people to go above and beyond. Hey, we're just going to take our family 2 or 3 times. Sure. They got the zoo pass, the zoo a la carte,
music,
the annual Samson Stomp for runners like me. That's
cool.
It's a great event to run through the park.
Yeah.
But what makes it more destination, especially your mom or dad, and you kind of get out of the family time? You know,
or
kids are gone.
Date night.
Yeah. What's going to make you want to go to the zoo? Is it destination restaurant?
No, absolutely. I think
yes.
one of the things, you know, if you work and you're in upper management or ownership at the zoo, is people are going to gravitate towards the zoo who have kids. Like you're always going to get those customers because kids want to go to the zoo with families and kids. What you really want to try and do is get people like me where the zoo's not on the radar. Why would I go there? I don't care. But if you have a really cool bar or restaurant or something that I can't get downtown or anywhere else, the Penguin Bar, where I see penguins sliding down slides, and I see polar bears moving around, or you could have a wedding there, or you could have some sort of event there, corporate events, something like that would be really cool. More races. I just think there's a lot of things you could do with that space that doesn't involve just meandering around and looking at giraffes and gorillas and rhinoceroses or whatever they have there.
All of that.
But I definitely think for me, it would start with a really unique sort of dining and drink experience. I'd 100% go there if I could, like the fish tank or something. I'm not saying a rainforest cafe, but stuff like that's going to get people like me who aren't going to go there because I don't have kids, to go there and bring my wife there or bring a date there or go there with the family and show them something really cool and special and unique. Because these are a lot of rare, some are endangered species. These are rare animals that you're not, I mean, you don't see giraffes meandering around with the turkeys, in Shorewood. And so to see these animals, it's a really cool experience, but it's not on people's radar like me.
Yeah. And I think, the zoo is open more than just the summer.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know
around.
that.
Yeah.
And to imagine a combined sort of strategic messaging with whatever Summerfest might do all year round, with the domes that you mentioned, Martin, and the zoo to get people out and about in the winter. Yes.
That's what's cool about the domes, too, is you can go to the domes in the winter. One of my favorite things to do, and don't do this, listeners, is sneak a flask into the tropical dome, and then I go in and I hide in there and I sit on a bench and just have a little toast. Just a little sip and pretend like I'm in, Tampa, Florida.
For the record, you can bring food into the zoo, and only non-alcoholic beverages. It's open till 5 o'clock beginning May 25th, which is great. Personally, I'd love to see a night or two, and maybe per month, where the zoo is open till 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Kind of zoo after dark. Yeah, that would be really great.
Sticks.
All right. We appreciate the ideas. We are solving entertainment challenges and creating more opportunity, creating more greater good right here on the Upswing with Steve Glenn and Martin Moore. We'll come back and wrap up our conversation. You are listening to the Upswing on WTMJ.
It's like playing baseball in the house.
Mom, Dad broke the window.
Without the risk of...
Again.
That. Every Thursday at 8:40, play virtual baseball on Wisconsin's Morning News. Step up to the virtual plate and test your mettle against the best.
Swing and a drive to right.
It's virtual baseball, presented by Siding Unlimited. Only played here on WTMJ.
What you got there? Dramamine.
Why?
Because we're promoting the cane table.
It's part of the Envy collection at Penny Mustard.
But that's for seasickness.
Look at the cane table. What do you see?
Style.
Charm.
Good old American craftsmanship that lasts for generations.
Okay, sure, but look closer. What do you see?
I see a beveled edge, conversion varnish, and a striking leg design.
I see a dining room table that's optionizable with as many leaves as you need to fit a family of 2 or 22.
When I look at the cane table, I see a world of possibilities.
Yeah, but look at the shape of the cane table.
It's boat-shaped.
Precisely.
You mean you get seasick just by looking at anything shaped like a boat?
Uh-oh, I'm feeling woozy.
Don't miss the boat. Come see the cane table and the Envy collection, starting at $18.38, paired with Encore side chairs for $5.50 each at Penny Mustard.
Showrooms in Milwaukee and Chicago.
PennyMustard.com.
Boat-shaped versions of what people want.
Penny Mustard Furnishing.
Flooring, carpeting, bath, or kitchen remodeling. Adair is the name Milwaukee has trusted for 65 years. This is Rob Adair. Ready to remodel? Give us a call, 761-3660. Get personal care from Adair, South 27th in Franklin.
We find the best way to protect and uphold the reputation of our business is to hire good people and then take care of them. We really do love the people that work for us, and we care about what's in their best interest. And what that means to you is this. Who do you really want on your job? Someone who's maybe underpaid or doesn't feel appreciated? Might not have paid vacations or great work benefits? Our folks have all of these things and more. Vito and I make sure they feel appreciated because happy people do happy work. There's a culture we're building here at Semper Fi that brings respect back to a very hard job. And that's why we know that our crews are going to do the kind of work that you expect. This is Brad Youngluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
There are approximately 678,000 current or former employees, retirees, and beneficiaries of the Wisconsin retirement system, covering state and local government employees, including local police, firefighters, and publicly employed teachers. Join Annex Wealth Management and WTMJ Steve Scafidi for a special webinar, Understand Your WRS Potential, Tuesday, April 30th, 4 p.m. What does your most recent statement mean? What might you be missing? This free webinar is designed to answer your questions. Register at annexwealth.com/events.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Welcome back to the Upswing. I am WTMJ's Jeff Sherman. Let's give away a gift card to the Mine Shaft restaurant in either Hartford or Oshkosh. The Sherman family lives in the North Shore of Milwaukee. Mine Shaft in Hartford, it's a staple. It's a pretty easy drive for us. I don't know, 35, 45 minutes. Gets the kids away from the Xbox into the huge $2 million game room, exactly like the one in the Mine Shaft. Great pizza, too. Mom and Dad can sit and hang out at the table. Maybe make our way up to the bar while the kids check out the big game room. Caller number 9 at 855-616-1620 gets a gift card to the historic Mine Shaft. And friendly reminder that Thursdays, that's today, that's tomorrow. Tomorrow, feature buy one, get one free pizza. So to close, Martin Moore, Steve Glenn, somebody asked me this just a few days ago and said, you do that Future of Almost Everything show, and I love it. I said, thanks. Steve and Martin do a wonderful job. So ask them this.
That's debatable.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the future holds.
Dig, if you will, this. What if you truly knew the future of everything in your life? If everything was mapped out, how would that make you feel? You know, think of it from a personal, from a business, spiritual standpoint. If you knew the future of everything in your life, what do you do differently?
So what's the question?
What are you going to change?
How does it make you feel? What do you change?
I know, or do I want to know?
Or you know.
Both.
I know?
Yes,
Oh, God,
the future. You have a roadmap. You're provided a roadmap.
Miserable.
These decisions are going to take place. These life marks are going to happen. This challenge is going to come about.
No thanks.
How does that make you feel?
No thanks.
No thanks.
I don't want to know.
So my first reaction was, heck no, I don't want to. And then I got curious. And then I feel like this sort of happened to me the other day where I did know my future, and it did not change my behavior.
How so? With a project or?
No, I was in a drive-thru at Qdoba, and it was taking a while. And I think I was just sitting there, but the woman who was running the drive-thru came out and said, "Is this burrito for you?" And I said, "Yeah." And then she walked away.
Boy, that's a weird conversation.
And came back finally with my burrito, and I thought, I know what's going to happen if I eat this burrito. It didn't change my behavior.
No.
I wouldn't want to know. I think for me, that takes away all of the
fun,
drive and motivation and enjoyment out of life. Like, I thrive. I also don't like the idea of, okay, this is going to be my career. Yeah. This is how much money I'm going to make. This is where I'm going to travel. I don't want to feel like my life is handcuffed and I'm on a 1-lane street and I can't deviate and change my life, for the better or the worse.
Well, it would be so weird not to be able to learn from the past.
100%.
Too, because you'd be in the moment, but you'd know what would happen next.
Absolutely.
Right.
Where would that leave you?
Absolutely.
And you couldn't grow older and wiser either. Because you'd just be consistent because you knew everything that was going to happen.
Yeah.
The interesting thing is we're a bunch of creatives in this room right now. And so we sort of like the free flow of not knowing and experimenting and testing. I bet there are people who are more structured that would want to know exactly sort of what they should be doing and when.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You have it all mapped out.
Yes.
But then you got to think, would knowledge matter? And would curiosity even matter?
Not for me.
Just how would that change the mindset? I don't know.
I have you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough tattooed on the back of my arm. It's my favorite quote. It's by an actress named Mae West.
Okay.
Fun fact, she got married in Milwaukee when she was like 17. She's an actress back from like the 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
And I've always lived my life on every single day I wake up. I'm fortunate enough to wake up and be able to live a nice, healthy life and do what I want. And not everybody gets to enjoy that and is that fortunate. And so I wouldn't want to know my future because I feel like that would really change how I live my day-to-day life. And like I tell people this all the time. If I were to die tomorrow, I'd be okay with it because I know that every single day that I wake up, I do exactly what I want, whether that's jam-packing the day with a radio show, speaking engagements, work, Bucks games, or sitting on my butt playing video games for 12 hours. I do exactly what I want, and I feel like knowing my future would change that, and I don't want to change that. I feel like I would be lazy, and I just wouldn't do anything because I would know everything about my life, and that just doesn't sound
all right. Onward, upward, and here's to the future of almost everything, each and every day of our wonderful lights. Thanks for joining us, Steve, Glenn, Martin Moore. We'll do it again next week. This is The Upswing. You're listening to WTMJ, Wisconsin's Midday News with Greg Matzik, and Jessica Ty is coming up next.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
One of the best things about being in business for 25 years is having clients recommend AccuNet to their now adult children for help buying their first homes. That's how I connected with Dan and Allison, and let me tell you, they were fast learners.